Next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 4 on the agenda is recognition.
The first thing we have on the agenda is Fine Arts, and we're going to hand this over to Dr. Vicki Brown.
Good evening. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting a lot of certificates and recognitions of our students in the county for art, band, and course. So if you're here tonight and we call your name, please come forward because we have a certificate for you. In the VSBA conference, we have Hunter Coat, first place.
I can second it.
The middle school first place is Karen Lee.
Congratulations.
Rebecca Hibbs. These are other participants: Adriana Barnett, Amanda Johnson, Makai Mullins, Jordan Shepherd, Amelia Johnson, Amber Levacy, Mia, Amber, wait a minute, Mia, no, you go up there. Sorry,
Congratulations.
Jordan Shepherd, Taylor Campbell, the next section is band. We have middle school junior honor band, Miranda Howard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We couldn't convince her to take a picture.
Some of my notes on there. Blair Dean. Sarah Schuler. Cherie Schuler. Jessica Speak. A few more, of course. Good, please. Yes, I do want you to come back, please. Kayla Burchett, VCDA District 7 Senior Course Honors. Destin Knoll. Jacob Gary. Lauren Hay. Hunter Isley. Austin Kelly. Cherie Andre. Andy Ray.
Thank you very much.
Brianna Napier. She'll watch this in case she's thinking.
All right. Who likes that picture better?
I promise. Abigail Niswanger. Madeline Southard. Alexander Sprinkle. Leona Anderson. Madison Combs. Bethany Davis. Brooke Fultz. Sarah Janeway. Miranda Moore. Rachel Kendrick. Serena Walker. Emily Wheeler. Chloe Doe. One reason is these students are very active in a lot of other programs, so that's one reason I like it. That's all.
The next thing that we have on the agenda is the Kingsport Times News drawing cards. Ms. Jessie, I know typically you've talked to this.
I did last month, if you'd like for me to,
I can handle it.
either way.
Okay. All right. We have, and Alicia, correct me if I'm wrong, do we have certificates? Kathy?
So, yes.
Okay. This is part of being a rookie, sorry. What we do is we recognize the students who have been part of the Kingsport Times News drawing clips. Kathy, what am I missing? Okay. Okay.
I think they have been sending them to the school maybe on Friday.
Okay.
After the meeting.
Kathy, we should. So that being said, we have from Jonesville Middle School, Cameron Bishop, Harvey Chadwell, Isaiah Cook, Cole Cope, Logan Fleener, Jeffrey Hurd, Jesse Jennings, and Avery Lawson. From Elk Knob Elementary, we have Emily Brock, Liam Daughtery, Caitlin Eldridge, Riley Cluck, Keegan Lee Taylor. And for the write-on piece, we have Pennington Middle, Isabel Davis, Bethany Davis, Shelby Fannin, Melanie Fleming, Tatum Harville, Clara Haynes, Gabriel Johnson, Santana McMurray, Madison Phipps, December Tepper, and Elizabeth Tashu. And are any of those students here?
Stand.
Stand up. If you're here, stand up. At this point, we are going to recognize students from Jonesville Middle School. And to do that, we're going to bring up Dr. Lynn Metcalf.
Good evening. I just wanted to come this evening and share with you some accomplishments that have been made by the students at Jonesville Middle. They've been involved in several activities that they have made great accomplishments, and I'd just like to share that with you. Their certificates will be given out on Awards Day at Jonesville Middle, so I don't have those tonight. The first I'll begin with is Sarah Graham, who won first place at the area FFA Creed Speaking Contest. Number 2 would be the Future Farmers of America, Civil Rating, in the state FFA Parliamentary Procedure Contest. And those students would be Sarah Graham, Hunter Graham, and if they're here, I'd like for them to stand so you can see them. Callie Perkins, Caleb Belcher, Jasmine Brewer, and Dalton Langley.
Dr. Metcalf, why don't you have them bring them up?
Okay, that's fine. Come on. Just stand right there. Let you see them. Next on my list is Bailey Nash, who was accepted into the Virginia House of Delegates Page Program. So if he's here, I'll ask him to come forward. Jonesville Middle School. We have Caleb Belcher again. He's up front, and he was the Jonesville Middle School Geography B winner, and he also traveled to Longwood University to participate there in the Virginia State National Geography B on April the 1st. So we're proud of him. I want to mention again all District 7 Honors Band.
Yeah, you can sit down.
I also wanted to mention again, Brenda Howard. She was placed the clarinet at Jonesville Middle School, and she was in all District 7 Honors Band. Madison Combs. Madison was selected student to participate in the Virginia Choral Directors Association District 7 Regional Chorus this school year. We're proud of her. And Darian Urie, who was just mentioned, he is the VSBA Art Contest leader. Also, I want to mention Kaylee Shue, who won the 4-H Share the Fun at school, and who was also one of 2 who won overall area. I also want to mention the Lee County 4-H and FFA Beef Program. We had students participate in that. The County Beef Show, Jasmine Smith received the Reserved Grand Champion heifer. Jasmine was also in the showmanship class, Grand Champion. And Colton Wilder received Grand Champion, the Reserve Grand Champion, and the showmanship class as well. Yesterday we had a team of students travel to Clarksville, Virginia to participate in the state forestry. And we have the winner, or the first place, Caleb Belcher with us tonight. He placed first in that. And the team that went along with him included Sarah Graham, Callie Perkins, Jasmine Brewer, and Hunter Howard. I'm just looking over my list to make sure I did not leave out anyone. I want to recognize and thank the parents who no doubtedly are the number one supporter of the students, and I appreciate that. Also appreciate the faculty from Jonesville Middle who worked with these students, and that would be Beth Shell in the agricultural, and also Sheila Belcher, Amy Fannin in the 4-H, Lee County Extension Office, Jill Graham with 8th grade World Geography, Andrea Hines in band, Carrie Belcher in chorus, Linda Gibson who did the Kingsport Times News art drawings for 6th grade, Michelle Honeycutt, the art teacher. So I appreciate everyone who had something to do or anything at all to do with the success of these students, because they certainly deserve that recognition, and I thank you for allowing me to come tonight and share that with you.
The next item, the highest percentage of attendance for the month of April. Last month, the two highest percentages were by Elydale and Jonesville. And for the month of April, we have the principal of the school who is the highest percentage this month, and that would be Mr. David Graham at Pennington Middle as the highest percentage. The next highest percentage would be Rose Hill. So congratulations to those schools. And especially thank you to the families who make sure that your students attend on a regular basis. That's not an easy thing to do. The next thing on the agenda is teacher appreciation. Okay. All right, next thing that we have on the agenda is Teacher of the Year. All right, first up for Dryden Elementary, the Teacher of the Year for 2017 is Sean Trent. Mr. Trent, Ms. Trent. For the 2017 school year for Elk Knob Elementary, the Teacher of the Year is Donna Pendergraft. Congratulations. For Elydale Elementary, Mary Day. Congratulations. For Flatwoods, Greta Carroll. For Jonesville Middle School, Cindy Brooks. For Lee High School, Andrea Stewart. Congratulations. For the Career and Technical Center, Beth Shell. Pennington Middle School, Joe Ely. For Rose Hill Elementary, Carla Hedrick. For St. Charles Elementary, Roberta Gibbons. Congratulations. Thomas Walker, Carrie Jenkins.
She's a first-year teacher in the county too.
Lee County Head Start, Angie Cecil. I just want to say it's not warm in here because of budgetary reasons. We just, air conditioning malfunction. Somebody's already accused me of turning the temperature up. No, I'm just kidding. And this is our division teacher of the year after the central office staff met involving a teacher to make sure that we go through the process correctly. This individual will be forwarded on to the state competition for teacher of the year, and the division teacher of the year for 2017 is Beth Shelby. Sure. If I get all the teachers of the year that were up here, we're going to take a group picture real quick. Obviously, you all agree with budgetary. This is Nurses Week, and we're going to do some recognition of nurses. Miss Jan Mosley, if you'll come up. Jan Mosley, if you'll come up, please.
Okay, quickly, because we have a big agenda. And there's not too many times that I can say things quickly, but I'll try to. Mr. Chairman, Dr. Austin and board members, Ms. Fields, Mr. Sturgill, I thank you for providing me the opportunity to come in tonight and recognize all the nurses who are practicing within the school system. They're a very important group of people who have committed themselves 110% to the care and also to the education of nursing students that we get from Lee High School, Thomas Walker High School, as well as the adult students. This week, March 6th through 12th, is designated nationwide as School Nurse Week. March 12th being the ending date because it's Florence Nightingale's birthday. So this was established in 1993 as a week to recognize nurses nationwide for their hard work and their commitment. Wednesday, the 11th, yesterday, was actually designated School Nurse Day. And I hope that all the schools in the county recognize their individual school nurses. The first thing I want to do is recognize the nursing program at the vocational school or at the career center. I'll never get over saying vocational school, because that has been my primary assignment. I'd like to introduce my very able-bodied principal, Mr. Welch. There he is back there. And as I prepare to retire as of July 1st, after 39 years as a practicing nurse, I'm ready to go home. So I am lucky enough to be able to do that this year. But I do want to recognize the teachers of my nursing faculty who are extremely talented, extraordinary teachers. I want you to come by and see them and see all the things that they do. Our nursing graduates are recruited statewide as far east as Roanoke, west, all the way to Nashville, Knoxville. We prepare the best nurses, I think, in any nursing program in Virginia. We have this established reputation because our nurses have always been prepared above entry level. We like for them to be able to put things on their resume that maybe other nursing programs do not prepare their nurses to do as entry level. Sherry Allen, who is the senior person behind me at the Career Center, I hope will be designated as the director of the program. And Kristen Rogers, who joined us when she joined us, Mr. Welch?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Kristen is actually a master's level nurse, came from Florida to Lee County, but was working at Lee Regional Medical Center and was laid off when the hospital closed. So that was good news for us because she has been wonderful. And I just am so proud of this program. It has been so successful through the years. It actually had the first graduating class the year I was a senior at Jonesville High School in 1971. Now I don't want to hear any laughs here. So it has been great. We have prepared a whole bunch of nurses, good nurses, some of which have one that's even a doctor now, PhD nurses, master's level nurses. I have one who's a master's level that is actually practically running Fort Sanders Hospital in Knoxville. They're all over the region, and I'm so proud of them. Now, after that, I want to recognize my school nurses because they are a committed, hard-working group of people. I'm going to start with District 1, Mr. Kidwell. And I don't know how many nurses I have here. Are you two the only two? I guess the other students. Okay. In District 1 at Elydale, I have Casey Gibson, who's an LPN, actually was one of the valedictorians out of our nursing program at the vocational school. At Thomas Walker is Mary Jones. She is an RN and is also the supervisor for Casey at Elydale. At Rose Hill Elementary, I have Karen Dean, who is an LPN, and I am Karen's supervisor. District 2 is Flatwoods Primary, and that would be Mr. Robert Giles, who is also an LPN, graduated at the vocational school, and I supervise Robert as well. Jonesville Middle School is Debbie Bergen, LPN, and Debbie is supervised by Edie, I wrote down Edie Giles, Edie Cove, RN at Lee High School. Moving on to Lee High School is Edie Cove, RN, and Jenny Hall, RN. They cover the high school and the Career Center both, because often in the afternoons I'm gone out to the other schools. Also in District 3 is Elk Knob Elementary. Stephanie Trent is the RN there, and she also supervises at St. Charles Elementary. District 4, Dryden Elementary, is Judy Schrock, also an LPN, also out of my program at the vocational school. And Judy is supervised by Rachel Smith, who is the RN at Pennington Middle School. And at St. Charles Elementary, I have Missy Cook, who is also an LPN, also out of our nursing program, and she's supervised by Stephanie Trent. So you have no idea the amount of work that these nurses do every single day. They hardly ever get to eat lunch. They are busy from the time they walk through the door until way after the kids leave, because they're so busy through the day that they have to do the documentation and that kind of stuff after the students have gone home. So I am very proud of them. They do a great job. They're very committed, hardworking, talented group of ladies and gentlemen. So please be good to these people. If not, I'm not going away. Thank you so much for this time, and I'll sit down.
Next thing on the agenda is Lonesome Pine Short Story and Poetry Contest. We had Linda Woodward in the first place adult poetry contest for, again, a Lonesome Pine Short Story Contest. So that was a great thing. In my understanding, she's a teacher at Flatwoods. With that, back to you, Mr. Chair.
Next, we have public comment. Anyone that wants to come forward and comment, you have 5 minutes to comment. Just don't call anyone out personally. Don't defame anybody. Tell us what you think, and it's not an question and answer session. So, anybody like to speak? Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Under the consent agenda, we have approval of the minutes, approval of claims and expenditures, and field trips. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move that we accept the consent agenda as listed.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Do we have any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is reports of the board.
Want me to?
Sure.
Not necessarily a report, but because some people may not be around by the time we get toward the end of the agenda. I would like to congratulate the students and the teachers for their accomplishments. Good job. The one thing that I would like to report on is the 3rd annual Lee County Walk for Autism that was held on April the 16th. There were 106 paid participants, and with the money that was raised, they are able to buy 6 sensory chairs for the county. And the overall and runner-up winners in the male category, both of those were students, were juniors at Lehigh. The overall female was a senior at Lehigh, and the runner-up was one of the teachers at Dryden Elementary.
Any other board reports?
Yes, I'd like to recognize Madison Mays. She's an 8th grader at Thomas Walker. She hit a home run the other day on the Thomas Walker softball field, first one that's ever been hit on that field. She was in the Powell Valley News, and I just want to bring her a little attention. Also want to congratulate all the teachers of the year, and I'm very proud of those. I think it speaks for themselves that they're one of the best of the best, and their peers vote them, and I understand that's the way that it's done, that each teacher votes for a teacher of the year, and I'm just, like I say, I'm very proud of it.
I'll take just a minute to tell you that today, Mr. Austin invited me to go up to UVA Wise with him, and we were able to sit down at a table with Secretary of Education, Ann Holden. And it was, I don't know why I was there, because it was 5 school superintendents, myself, and Secretary Holden. And it's very informative to me because I'm sure they all knew all the policies and changes and things that were talked about, but I was able to learn quite a bit from it. And it's always nice to have access to a person that, you know, is in charge of our education system in Virginia. She's very nice, and I was very impressed with her. And I appreciate you inviting me along, and hopefully there'll be some benefit to Lee County for us being there today. So I just wanted to mention that. Anybody else have a report?
I was informed that last Thursday that UVA-Wise had their awards ceremony, and we had 2 students from Lee High that received. One of them was Aaron Fee. He received the award for political science, and then we had Lynn Wright that received the award for accounting. So that says something about our teachers, that we have 2 students from Lee High School from our county that, you know, that's a hard school. UVA-Wise is a very hard school, and that's something that you teachers should be proud of.
I'm gonna say one more thing. I've come to learn that a former teacher in the Lee County system, Hazel Stapleton, passed away in the last few days. And also, although he was not a teacher in the system, his wife, Frankie Snodgrass, worked at Keoki for a long time. Lawrence Snodgrass passed away. Although he was not an employee, he was really instrumental in helping out with baseball at Keoki and was always involved in that. So I wanted to recognize those 2 families in the passing of their family members.
One more passing also, Lorraine Gibson.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Who taught at Dryden and St. Charles.
Yeah, okay. Next, the reports of the division superintendent.
The first item that I have up is school videos. We had started this several months ago. We were going through and highlighting each one of our schools. We're going to pick up where we left off with that. And tonight we're going to have Mr. David Graham from Pennington Middle go through information related to his school. So, Mr. Graham, thank you for being here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jane Copeland, and I serve as co-chair of the Advanced Ed Committee at Pennington Middle School. And this presentation reflects where we were about a year ago. So as we go through, we'll update a little bit, but basically it's where we were with Advanced Ed. Our principal is Jerry Hounshell. Our current active principal is Mr. Graham. Welcome to my world.
Stand close.
Surrounding the school is a beautiful landscape, scenic mountains sloping to a small quiet town. So we gave an overview of where Pennington was and where our school was located. Pennington Middle School is dedicated to providing all students a safe learning environment that supports academic and social growth. Pennington Middle School serves approximately 370 students in grades 6, 7, and 8. 3 feeder schools supply our school with students of varying economic, social, and academic abilities. Pennington Middle School is committed to excellence. We strive to communicate a purpose and direction that commits to high expectations for learning, as well as shared values and beliefs about teaching and learning. Our mission at Pennington Middle School is to provide optimal learning for all students in order for them to acquire the knowledge, skills, and values necessary to lead productive lives in our society. Communication with parents and community is vital for the students' achievement in the classroom as well as in the community. Pennington Middle School appreciates all the local businesses and community members for generously supplying and supporting our students to develop their potential, increase their knowledge, and improve their life skills. Lee County students face many challenges to receive an education. With the decrease in co-operations and the closure of our local hospital, many families struggle to feed and clothe their children. However, education has proven to be of utmost importance to the citizens of Lee County. Pennington Middle School has a steady attendance rate of 93.5% and recently received an award for highest attendance within the county, as we did tonight. School activities provide students opportunities to grow into responsible young adults. At Pennington Middle School, students are encouraged to participate in extracurricular activities such as basketball, softball, volleyball, soccer, FFA, Stockman's Club, and Beta Club. Students look forward to many more opportunities and accomplishments at their schools. 1 year ago, Pennington Middle School consistently demonstrated success in both academics and athletics. The students had successfully passed Virginia's rigorous standards of learning test with high enough percentages to provide the school with academic status of fully accredited. And we are currently working to regain that status. Learning today for life tomorrow is our school motto. To the Pennington Middle School family, these are more than just words, they are the highest expectations for their stakeholders. School staff, personnel, and members of the community work diligently to provide exceptional academic, technology, and life skills for all students.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next thing on the agenda is an enrollment update. As of the end of April, we had a little less than 3,067 students, which is around 51 students less than last year. With that being said, we'll roll into an update on the current budget status. So for FY16, even with the less enrollment based on what we budgeted, currently our expenditures and our revenues are holding where they should be, and we feel good about being able to close out through the year and continuing to do business as we are. So no concerns on that front. FY17, which is the next fiscal year, which we're preparing to present a budget to the school board next Friday. That budget is going to be an increase actually in state revenue based on what's coming in. They benchmarked quite a bit. They've sent us some additional money, even with a less strict ADM, average daily membership number, that we've currently got this year. And I'm going to apologize for the fact that I've got a cold, and I guess you can kind of tell that. But things are good on that end. The county has agreed to fund us again in a way to be able to support the programs that we've currently got. We're going to be able to add some items and do some things. So I'm excited about where we are with FY17. I think we've got some opportunities there. Next thing that I've got on the agenda is flexible spending update. Last month, the board gave us permission to do a request for proposals to pursue flexible spending for our staff. Administration is in the process of evaluating that. We think we're going to be able to provide some opportunities to our staff through cooperative procurement that are in place with other school divisions. So we're working on that, anticipate bringing something to the board in June or July. Direct deposits, we're anticipating that all staff as of July 1 will be expected to direct deposit checks. We will not be issuing checks anymore. We will be emailing statements. So as of July 1, we will be direct depositing everything. To that end, I've met with members, representatives from Crown Valley National, Lee Bank, and also from Farmers and Miners, and we're going to be able to, from our staff and also from the community banks, be able to make sure everybody has a checking account, knows how to use a credit card, a debit card, and have things in place to be able to support all staff in that. The next thing is we are currently in the process of evaluating our field trip mileage rate. Because we've had some concerns raised about that, so administration's looking into that. And also the distance of some of our field trips, the distance that we send some of our buses, and if they have issues, how far they have to travel to get those buses back to Lee County. Next thing, communication committee for support staff. We currently have a communication committee for teachers. And what we're doing is I'm proposing to the board, and we're going to pursue creating a communication committee for support staff, which would be bus drivers, custodians, cafeteria staff, so that way we hear from all of our employees, not just our teachers, because there's a lot of things we do for our students over the course of a day, over the course of our year, that's not just teaching. So I want to make sure that we hear from all staff. Last thing that I've got is school board policy updates. We're going to be handling that a little bit differently going forward. As you're aware, the school board contracts with Virginia School Board Association for policy services, and we will be updating those. We'll be updating those on a regular basis. We'll be updating, but we've currently got to go away from local policy and state to just one combined policy. Is that me, Chris? I've turned mine off several times. And with that being said, Mr. Chairman, back to you.
Next on the agenda is action discussion items. First on the list is consider approval of the special education annual plan for 2016-2017.
Administration recommends approval.
We have a motion.
So moved.
We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, consider approval to renew Tri-State Chemical for janitorial supplies. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, consider approval to renew Wright Pest Elimination Contract. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
Do we have a second? I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to award contract for 2016-2017 health insurance plan to Anthem. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to issue a request for proposals for healthcare broker consultant services.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to issue a request for proposals for a facility study. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion. I second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to issue a request for proposal for architectural engineering services. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to authorize the division superintendent to contract with Weldon Cooper to develop a 10-year enrollment projection by school and for the division. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval for proposed school board policy, GBM, professional staff grievances. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval for proposed school board policy, SPP, GBM-R, procedure for adjusting grievances for professional staff. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to appoint hearing officers per school board policy GBM-R, procedure for adjusting grievances for professional staff. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval for proposed school board policy DB-BR, budgetary procedures.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to request to establish a school board capital reserve fund by the Lee County Board of Supervisors and Lee County Treasurer. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Amen.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval for first review of proposed school board policy, CH-BR, policy development. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. First review of proposed school board policy, FB-BR, facilities plan. Do we have a motion? Accept that. So moved by me. Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. First review of proposed school board policy, IICA-BR, approval of field trips. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Final review of proposed move of 5th grade to middle school for 2016-2017. I'm going to make a motion. You tell me if it's how we need to do it. I won't do it in agreement with everybody, but just I want to make a motion to remove that off the agenda.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to authorize the division superintendent to explore the possibility of attendance zones. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to restructure the central administration staff. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval for proposed administrative salary scale in place of school board policy LC-GO8 1 through 3, professional staff salary schedules. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Consider approval to extend the date for assessing the early retirement plan to May 27, 2016.
So
Do we-
moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Last one, I promise. Consider approval of change to 2016-2017 school calendar. And if you want to, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have any discussion? If you want to touch on what that,
I can speak to it if you need.
okay.
We had a request from the Lee County RAM. They have an event on September the, I'll look at it. They have an event on September the 11th and 10th, 11th, and what they have made a request of Lee County Public Schools is to close school half a day on September 9th. The reason is, instead of having the event at the airport, they requested to have the event at Lee High School, and in order to get set up, they need to access that facility. And because of operational, I'm gonna say transportation, other issues, my recommendation, administration's recommendation is to close half a day on that Friday. I know that impacts instruction, but it also is a tremendous program for the community, and I think it would be a great benefit to the community to do that. So,
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Board comments? They have comment? I'm just a quick comment. One of the things that we've got facing us, and we voted to award a contract for health insurance, and of course the question always comes up: what's our rates going to be for the next year? Is it going to cost the teachers and the employees more money? And we actually got the numbers back, and it was quite an increase over last year, about 14%, I believe, total. So we kind of tried to throw some things around, and maybe we absorb 7%, the teachers absorb 7%, but we've done some more figuring. We're going to do some more figuring for the final budget, and I have made my wishes known that we find a way that there be absolutely no increase for the teachers and all the employees, and I hope that's what we can do. So hopefully we can find a way to do that, and when the budget's presented next week, that can be reality. So with that, I'll shut up. Anybody else? Do we have a motion to go into closed session?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we go into executive session, closed section to discuss personnel, section 2.2-3711A1, student discipline, section 2.2-3711A2, and pending and threatened litigation, section 2.2-3711A7 in the Code of Virginia.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.